Like you got people that are jealous that somebody's more successful than them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like when it comes down to it, that proves that what they're trying to say against the other person is, you know, like simping to the or selling out to the beta population.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, technically, if you're jealous about somebody else's success, you are part of that beta population.
Yeah.
So, like you got to look at what your channel is, and if you want your channel to be as good as somebody else's, watch that other person's channel, see what they're doing, implement some of the features that they've put into their channel. I'm not saying copy it, but implement what's going
Mm.
or what they're doing in their channel that makes them so successful,
Yeah.
and create that around your own personality. Like the P's personality is what attracts most of her followers, the way that she delivers her content.
Well, not only that, I've even seen women on her channel.
Oh yeah. That's
So
why I
you,
say her personality. She
so
has a
you can,
bubbly, fun personality that
mm-hmm.
attracts people who are looking for bubbly, fun
So you can't
personalities with
say
quotes.
it's the beta male market. There
No,
are women on her channel, and
yeah,
see, that's part of the problem. And then you have people like, um, he who shall not be named, who accused P of lying, and every chance he gets, he calls her a bitch and everything like that.
yeah,
And it's like you're only shooting yourself in the foot
yeah.
because her channel's growing, yours isn't.
Her channel is exploding.
Mm-hmm.
His channel is growing like a freaking unfertilized seed.
Mm.
Okay.
Yep.
Um, but the funny part about it is
Mm-hmm.
you say he's shooting himself in the foot,
Mm-hmm.
and the first thought that came to my mind was, well,
Mm-hmm.
he does have the right to bear arms. Like,
Yeah, we're talking about.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
I'll clear my throat to call his name.
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, you know, I'm not a very religious person
Mm-hmm.
per se. I do
Mm-hmm.
believe,
Mm-hmm.
that you got to be a good person while you're here,
Mm-hmm.
um, and that'll give you good things when you're done being here. Now, in some cases, or uh, in some books, some Bibles, it
Mm-hmm.
says that there are seven deadly sins:
Mm-hmm.
envy, jealousy,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, what's another one there that goes along with the same line? There's envy, jealousy, and greed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you take a look at anybody who bashes anybody on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
They're envious of that person
Mm-hmm.
for one or more reasons.
Yeah.
They're jealous that that person is better than they are,
Mm-hmm.
and they cause drama to get the clicks and views and be greedy for the money.
Mm-hmm.
So, like why would come after you and I?
Uh-huh.
Well, one, because you are, and many people have said this even last night,
Mm-hmm.
and I said it a long time ago. I said it when I first met you. You
Mm-hmm.
are quite the inspirational person, being able
Mm-hmm.
to do a visual platform without the use of visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is incredible. That is just,
Right.
I find that just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why people find you to be an inspirational person, because you are
Mm-hmm.
doing what most people thought couldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, being that you're such an inspirational person,
Mm-hmm.
is probably jealous because you have that inspirational pull on people. Well, he's got to bash you in order to get the clicks and views and attention on him.
Yeah.
He's a drama queen, you know.
Yep.
If you want to be that much of a drama queen, get stand in line for RuPaul.
Yep.
Okay, go stand in line for his show
Well,
because you ain't
actually,
freaking welcome on RJ's or mine. And
yeah. Amen.
I think he's freaking jealous of me
Mm.
because I'm funnier than he is, and I'm not trying to be coy or
Mm.
uh, you know, like, you know, self-centered or anything like
Actually,
that.
it's really funny. You know what was really funny? I was listening to some of his live last night, and people were asking him about the whole spat between him and Joanne. And he said, "Well, we just made a ceasefire because I didn't think that having a war would be a good idea, give or take." And I'm like,
No, he
"No."
ran out of ammunition, is what he did.
Mm-hmm.
She's got him pinned against the wall. He hasn't got a gun.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a bullet in the gun.
Nope.
You know,
Nope.
he thinks because, you know, he's this, you know, big YouTuber with 20,000 subscribers that he has more pull than anybody else. Fuck off.
Yeah, because I really think had Joanne really wanted to, she could have exposed him more.
Oh, I think she could have his nuts in a fucking ringer.
Yep. Yep. And
I bet all she's got to do is hit the upload button.
mm,
I would I would lay a good bet that she's already got the video made. And
mm,
she's just waiting for him to do that one more stupid thing.
mm,
And I don't think it's going to take very long, and I don't think it's going to take very much.
mm,
But I'd almost bet that
mm,
she's just waiting for that one more stupid move on his part,
mm,
and she'll hit the upload button.
mm,
And I think when she hits that upload button,
mm.
YouTube is going to crack.
What do you mean crack?
Like, YouTube is going to freaking like blow up on her channel,
Mm.
like, and in a good way.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
like she's going to have like so many thousands of views and likes,
Oh
probably new
yeah.
subscribers too.
Oh
But
yeah.
she's just waiting for that one piece of the puzzle to be put into place, and then, you know, she's gonna explode, and it's gonna be funny.
Mm. Well, and he said, "Oh, well, Joanne lost her monetization." Yeah, because I think he probably reported her to YouTube.
Yeah, probably. He probably put 3 copyright strikes on 3 of her videos that he was in, saying she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have the right to promote my or to have my content, to
Mm-hmm.
use my content.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the kind of guy that it seems, okay, and I'm just making an assumption here
Mm-hmm.
because of what he did with those 3 other videos,
Oh yeah.
okay? It seems like he's the kind of guy
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't hit copyright claims to get the money
Mm-hmm.
from somebody using his content or somebody
Mm-hmm.
using a video with him in it.
Mm-hmm.
He's the kind of person who just says, "Fuck him! I'm going to put a strike. I'm going to put 3 strikes on him, and YouTube will take their channel down."
Oh yeah.
So as soon as you get 1 strike, YouTube takes your monetization away until the problem gets resolved. As soon as you have a copyright strike,
Mm-hmm.
your channel becomes not monetized.
Yep.
So, you know, like, he seems like the kind of envious person that would do that, like go that extreme. Yet, if somebody were to do that to him,
Oh,
he's just
Tommy
gonna
Sticks, we're talking about something else.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's just gonna freaking, you know, get his lawyers to jump all over it and push it under the rug, like somebody else we know that was in presidency.
Yeah. And so uh, basically, see, I think that Joanne really does not think that we're racist. I don't think so.
I hope not.
I do too, because really we weren't trying to be racist. We were just saying that if you
You
go
want to
to
be a traveler.
yeah,
Doesn't matter who or what culture you're coming from or going to. If you
mm-hmm,
want to be a traveler or
yeah,
a immigrate to another country and you don't like the culture that's in that country, you shouldn't go there. You shouldn't stay there. Get on a
mm-hmm,
plane, go home.
yeah. Well, it's just like that lady in Dubai, that American woman in Dubai.
Yeah, that was funny.
That that was it was uncalled for
Oh, it's
because
hugely uncalled for.
it.
But the thing about it is the modern day woman
Mm-hmm,
in North America or in the Western world for that
mm-hmm,
matter,
mm-hmm,
the modern day woman who gets that attitude, I don't need a man,
mm-hmm,
gets that attitude of, supreme, and I'm going to use quotations here,
mm-hmm,
feminist,
mm-hmm.
think that they're all that in a bag of chips, okay? That nothing can happen to them because I'm woman, hear me roar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you roar, you have to pay the consequences for that roar,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And a lot of, and this falls back onto men, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Throughout history, men as fathers have taught their daughters or taught their sons to be men, provide, protect, and um, produce, okay,
Mm-hmm.
for the generations.
Mm-hmm.
The women were taught by their fathers a fairy tale that just is not the way to live. Oh, a man is going to come and sweep you off your feet. He's going to provide for you. He's going to do everything for you. You won't have to do a damn thing. You just got to stay home, look pretty, and then that's it. That's the fairy tale that, you know, so many fathers have sold to their daughters, and that needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to stop. They need to be brought up knowing what the real world is all about. Because when they get out in the real world and they're being told, "Oh, you don't need it, man. You're a woman. Let's hear you roar."
Mm-hmm.
Like when you get that kind of attitude for like 10, 12, 20 years, and then all of a sudden you go traveling someplace else and you expect that you have the same clout that you
Mm-hmm.
have in your home country in somebody else's country. Oh,
Yeah.
you better take a back seat because they got different laws over there.
Well, especially in a Muslim country,
Oh,
you're not allowed. Like I was reading about Dubai, you are not allowed to scream in public as a woman. It's considered illegal.
yeah, it is. Like you shouldn't be screaming in public anyway because
Yeah.
you're just drawing attention to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's looking around going, "Oh man, that chick is cray cray." You know?
Well, and not only that, I mean, I like I told you about my friend Christy in the in that was Filipino. She's working in Dubai, and she even told me. She said, "RJ," she says, "that's like I act like when I'm in public, I don't say anything. I act like I'm shy
Yeah.
because I know what the rules are over here." And if I disobey the rules, I can go to prison. I can go to jail, and I don't want to do that. And she said a lot of what happens with a lot of Filipinos is they come over here and they change.
Yep.
They end up changing when
Traveling
and
will change you.
and she says, I'm not letting it change me. I know who I am, and I'm not going to let Dubai change me.
Yeah. Well, no matter what, traveling will change you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll
Sometimes for
change.
the better, sometimes for the worse.
Yeah. And she says, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really like it over here, but I don't have a choice. I have to
And
help my
Jamie C
family."
says in a lot of different places, women cannot speak in the presence of men.
Nope.
And that's unfortunate. Like women have voices too. Like sometimes women have better ideas than some men do. So why is it right for us to quiet them?
Well, that's
You
see,
know,
and that's the thing. Like in some of these countries, like even homosexuality, like in Saudi Arabia, if you're gay and they find out about it, they will put you to death because it's against Islamic law.
yeah. Well, you can't produce next generation if you're fiddling around with the same sex.
Yeah,
That
and
doesn't
that's
doesn't
and it's
procreate.
not well. Tamek says in a lot of different places, women cannot speak in the presence of men. Yes, that's right. That's right. And I'm not saying, and again, we're not saying this to be mean. We're just educating you because a lot of people they think that when they go to these foreign countries, they get this attitude. Oh, I'm American. I can do and say whatever I want to.
No.
Nope, not when you leave that water's edge.
Yeah, when you leave that water's edge and you land in it, you land past the edge of another water.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Those are the laws that you have to abide by.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of these people,
Mm-hmm.
men and women, okay?
Yep. Yep.
Some of these people
Mm-hmm.
travel with the idea that the laws that are in the country that they're from are the
Mm-hmm.
same everywhere.
Mm-mm.
That ain't the way it
We
goes.
had a show. We had a show, and I think you can find it on Hulu or some of these other streaming services. It was called Locked Up Abroad, and it was stories of these American men and women that would go to these foreign countries, and they would end up getting locked up for stupid shit.
Yeah.
And in fact, there was this one lady. She was the same race as um, Allen, Kira Allen, and she told the people on Locked Up Abroad. She said, "I never expected to go to Thailand and be put in prison for drugs, but that's exactly what happened because somebody slipped some cocaine into her bag, and she tried going to the airport." And she tried to pass through customs, and boom, they got her. But the other girl that was with her, she was the one that planted the drugs in this woman's bag, but the other girl didn't get popped, didn't get arrested. So you have
JJ
this.
Fedora, he's asking a question to
Mm,
me.
mhm.
He says, "Crazy kid, why do you think it's a fairy tale that women is swept off her feet, stays home, and cares for her husband at home and children? And I'm well traveled." Okay, I'm talking about the women that are abusing the whole situation. Okay, they sit there and say, "I don't need a man. I can get my own damn work. I can get my own damn business. I can get my own damn money." And then once they got their own money, they think they're the queen of the heap. Those are the women that take that whole, fairy tale and
Mm.
run with it. Okay. And the rest of the women, they're being told that, oh, this man is going to save you. This man is going to, there's going to be a man to come around to take care of you. You don't have to do anything. Well, in today's society, It takes two incomes, at least two incomes, to make a house float, to make a house, level out, to pay the bills, keep the food on the table, make children, keep the car payments up, keep the house payments up. It takes two incomes minimum. And if she's told that she's not going to have to do anything, she's going to have her expectations so high
Oh yeah.
that no man will ever meet them. Like there's already women, there's already women in North America that are saying that they're only looking for a man that makes minimum $5 million a year, that they deserve it. And these women are nothing to speak about. And there are more and more and more women
Mm-hmm.
making channels, getting other women to believe that bullshit. And the man brings home the bacon. If the man's bringing home the bacon, she better be doing something to take care of him, you know, along with it, because life partnering is a
Mm.
team sport. You have to do something to help the team. If
Mm-hmm.
all you're doing is watching TV and eating bonbons like fucking Peg Bundy, well, then you're going to get Al Bundy all pissed off about it. So, we got to quit spelling out that fairy tale about, oh, a man is going to sweep you off. No, you got to tell him the reality of things. You got to tell him that, hey, you may have to work. You may have to, take care of work, like schedule your work, your home
Mm-hmm.
life, your work life, and make sure that you don't make any of them cross paths with each other. Like you don't cross your boss so you don't lose your job. You don't cross your husband so you don't lose your husband. You
Mm-hmm.
got to make sure that you keep your work and your home life separated.
Mm. Well, and not only that, like when we were growing up, okay.
I'm on disability and my husband works. If not, we couldn't make it. Yeah, yeah. I feel for you, Tammy. Both RJ and I are on a pension,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm not only on a pension, but I'm in a
And
government subsidized.
not only that, you got to think too. Is when I was growing up, my dad would tell my sister, when you turn 18, I expect you to find a job
Yeah,
because you're not going to sit on your ass and do nothing.
yeah,
Because you're going to, if you get married, you're going to have to help out around the house. You're going to have to go get a job,
yeah. You're gonna have to do something.
something. And look at my sister now. She's got a good paying job. Her husband's got a good paying job. Their son is a senior in high school. I mean, I remember when they first got married, they were living in a one-room apartment.
Yeah.
But they saved. They saved their money. They made sure that they had enough to pay the bills and everything. And then, when my mother was dying of cancer, they moved in, took care of her, and they stayed. They never left.
They teamed up
Yeah,
and
they
kept the
teamed
team
up.
together.
Yeah. And that's how they lived their life.
That's what you call real success.
Mhm.
Is when you team up with a partner and you take that partnership to the finish line. I was made to work for my dad on a dairy farm as a young age. Yeah, yeah. Like I was 13 years old and I was making my own money.
Great topic. Thank you, Tamek.
Like
JJ Fedora.
I,
But
I
see,
I've been working. I've been doing odd jobs since I was 13 years old. I was working in the fields, detasseling corn,
drugs
coming
in a
home,
lot of
cutting
countries
grass,
keep
doing
life in prison.
building fences and decks, and helping people build houses and all kinds of stuff when I was 13 years old.
See, and that
Dora, gotcha. I'm a lady, by the way, a very traditional one. And my fairy tale came true, and my sons are raised providing for their women who are living the same. This family is holding the line of tradition. Yeah, like if you can make it go, if you can make a go on it with one income, fantastic. But the cost of things is getting so ridiculously spun out of control. That's not going to last forever.
mm-mm.
And it didn't last in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s. You know, like the as we got going through the ages, you know, the need for two incomes is
Mm-hmm.
becoming more prevalent, and now it's getting burning into even three. So yeah, if you can do, like, you can support an entire family, like your entire family on one income, that's fantastic. And but when it comes to, saying, sweep you off your feet, like
Mm-hmm.
that's basically saying that a man is going to do everything. No, 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 no. You have to have, um like you say, traditional gender roles. You have to have, you know I do this, you do this, and we don't complain about it to each other. We
Mm-hmm.
just do it. you know the family needs being fed. If I'm the one out getting them, if I'm the one out spending 8, 10, 12 hours a day out in the field or out in the work, and coming home bringing home the money for the food, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired, man. For I need food, and it's like, and that's all I have time for. So somebody else has got to do the cooking. Somebody else has got to do the cleaning, because by the time I get done, doing 12 hours at work,
Mm-hmm.
traveling to and from, hey, I ain't got the time for that. Somebody else got to have time for it.
Well,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
if you can make that kind of situation work, great. That's the traditional roles, where the man goes out, does the work, comes home with the money, takes care of the maintenance of the house, where the wife takes care of the nurturing end of the relationship, which means, feeding the family, cooking for the family, cleaning for the family. Those are the things, basically, women make things pretty, men make things happen.
Yep.
Men bring things in, women make it pretty. And, it's been that way for many, 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 many years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people need to reduce their necessities. Yeah, their quote necessities. They got to realize what real necessities are. The latest
Mm-hmm.
iPhone is not a necessity. The latest video game is not a necessity. The latest computer is not a necessity.
It's not well, computers are becoming a must in
Well,
some ways,
yeah,
but if you have enough money to buy a $300 computer, buy the $300 computer,
yeah,
but don't try to overspend to buy the Apple Mac
yeah. Or
computer, you know?
that $3,000 computer.
Mhm.
Like, I was looking, like when I was looking for this computer that I bought. Okay,
Mhm.
I was
Mhm.
looking online, and I was just saying, I just want to see
Mhm.
what what some people will buy. And I researched this. I
Mhm.
saw a computer. I
Mhm.
shit you not. There was all kinds of computer cards in there, and RAM, and there was, this thing was decked out. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
it was $27,000.
Good lord. Mm.
Yeah, 27 grand for a deck of cards, for
My
an
god.
electronic deck of cards. I was
Mm.
like, you got to be kidding me.
Mm.
27 grand
Dang. Just for a computer.
just for a computer. You didn't get the monitor, you didn't get the keyboard, the mouse, the webcam or nothing. It was just the tower.
Wow.
All you got, the tower and the cord to go to the wall. That's it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses is a
Mm.
dumb idea. That's the dumbest game ever played.
Well, and
Oh,
what?
I got a Porsche. Oh, I got a Lamborghini.
Well,
Oh, I
and
got
look
this.
at what.
I got that. Oh, fuck that.
Well, and look at what P. Look at what P uses to upload her videos.
Yeah, smartphone and a freaking laptop.
Mm-hmm. That's all she uses.
Yep.
But yet it's high quality. And, you know,
She makes it work.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Like my
Yeah.
computer, it cost me like $500.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does it do what I needed to do? Absolutely. Now, is it like out of line for,
Hey,
you know,
Maureen.
hey, Marine, is it out of line for, like my budget? Not really.
Yeah.
But is it out of line for what I needed to do? No. It still could, like if I could, get a better one and, it'd probably produce faster, but this
Mm-hmm.
thing produces fast enough for me right now. It's one of those get you by things.
Yeah. Hey, Maureen. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you've liked, shared, and subscribed and hit the bell. Thank you. So, yeah, I mean, like this Chromebook right here, it's probably a good, what, $200-300, but it does what I need it to do, you know?
Yep.
I'm
Does
not
it
going
check
to,
the boxes of its productivity? Yep.
yeah,
Okay, that's good enough.
yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go and get a
Hello,
MacBook.
Victoria Young.
Hey, Victoria, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. I mean, you know, should I invite you? Want to invite more people on? Crazy
And
Kid.
if you want,
All right.
channel.
Alrighty.
I'm just restreaming it.
Ah, you're just restreaming it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you come on, there's a button at the top, where you guys can restream it to your own channel if you want.
Yeah, I'll let you take care of that business. I'm going to go for a smoke. Break.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So while he goes and smokes, we're gonna sing. I'm gonna sing for you. There must be lights burning brighter sometimes. Got to be birds flying higher in a sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, why, why don't my dream come true? Oh, why? There must be peace and understanding somewhere. Strong winds of promise that will blow away the doubt and fear. If I can dream of a warmer sun where hope keeps shining on everyone, tell me why, why, why don't that sun appear? That's an old one. That's an old song. Hey, Real Deal, how are you? Welcome in, and hopefully you've subscribed and hit the notification bell so that way you know when I'm going live. I appreciate you being here. Okay, let me get to the invitation thing here, and I will get. Okay, I'm gonna have to invite you. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do this really quick. Okay. All right. So let me get y'all on here. So that's what we'll do. I think this will be a good show. So let me just get to my channel, and I will put it into the chat here. Okay. So hopefully you guys like what we're talking about today. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Ah, 10 likes. I really like that. Okay, let me just do this. All right. So let me get to the chat here. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. There's just something about that name. Uh-oh. And I think that's the problem is a lot of people think they can go to different countries and just say, "Oh, I'm American. I can do whatever I want to." I know I said that before, but it's the truth. Okay. People need to reduce their necessities if the budget, yeah, that's true. Good discussion, yeah. Yeah. Some people try to keep up with the Joneses, and they all do it. They all do it. You know, because people don't realize that, you know, keeping up with the Joneses is only hurting you. Please. Oh, oh, hey, Teresa. Guys, do not put emojis in the chat, please.
I took a little bit
Hey,
longer because I had to do some math.
yeah, well,
I had to take away from the pot, and then I had to add to the toilet.
okay. That's cool.
Yeah, when you're saying
I'm
keeping
actually,
up with the thing about keeping up with the Joneses,
mm-hmm,
the thing about keeping up with the Joneses is if you're just keeping up to the Joneses, you're
mm-hmm.
keeping up to the wrong person because they probably got more money than you do. And all you're going to do is put yourself further and further and
Oh, that's
further in
fine.
debt and keep you down as far as you can go.
Yeah, it is. It is, and people forget that it's not about
Possessions.
keeping up with the Joneses or possessions. It's about people. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the chat. So there you go, and boom. All right. So if anyone wants to come up, the link is in the chat there. So let me just
And the funny thing I find about it's not funny, but the ironic thing I find about that lady that got busted in Dubai is some people think that because they're from a first world country that they're untouchable.
yeah. Let's go ahead.
Well, you're
and-
not untouchable. You're in another country. You're going to another country. You're touchable. You became the most touchable person there.
Okay. Oh, somebody's here. I think somebody's in. Let me
I
just check.
Can't see who it is.
Okay. Yeah. I have to check and see who you are. So let
If you're
me
coming
just.
up, hit the private chat so I can tell RJ who's here.
Yeah. There should be a private chat button there.
Tammy C, I'm in the back.
It's Tammy. Okay. All right.
She's in the green room.
That's very helpful. Thank you. What? There we go.
There's a whole lot of things that are good.
Hi.
Hey, Tammy.
Hey there. How are you?
Oh,
I'm fine.
Half decent.
RJ, I
Yes,
just
ma'am.
want to tell you, young man, oh my goodness, you have a voice that could stop anything. Your voice, if you went to New York City and stood in the middle of Times Square and you sang like you did last night, you would stop everybody and they would turn their heads.
Yeah, you're lucky, RJ. I've just got a face that'll stop a clock.
That's me.
Yep.
I got a voice that'll make you go deaf.
Oh my gosh. My mom, it was really weird. My mom, she would try to sing, right? But she couldn't carry a tune. And one time we were sitting at church. Me and my mom were sitting in church. And she starts singing this song. It was Lord, here I am to worship. Here I am to bow down. Yeah. And we started singing that, and I'm like, praise the Lord, my mom can sing in tune. And my mom slaps me and she goes, RJ, shut up. No, but I don't want anyone to know I can't sing in tune.
That's funny.
I just graduated high school.
Now, RJ, do you know, you probably know Charlie Pride.
Oh, yeah.
My father used to sing I never knew Charlie Pride was African American until I was probably 20s. And my mother had told me that. And my father would sing to her, Kiss an Angel, good morning.
You've got to kiss an angel good morning. And let her know you think about her when you're gone. Oh, yeah.
I love that song. It reminds me of my parents. And,
there's a song that he did. It's called, and the chorus goes, roll on, Mississippi.
Yes.
Big river roll. You're the childhood dream I grew up on. Roll on, Mississippi, carry me home. Now I can see I've been away too long. Roll on, Mississippi, roll on. Like it's a beautiful song.
I'm sorry I made that face, guys. Nina heard RJ singing and got right up here in the chair to listen.
Who's Nina?
She's our 2-year-old American bully.
Aw.
Hey, Leo or Louie.
Hey, Louie, how you doing, buddy?
But RJ, oh my gosh, what an inspiration you are to me.
Thank
And
you.
from what I've heard, to many other people.
Well, I sang the national anthem at a junior high nationals rodeo last month.
Very
And
nice.
and basically what happened was we left the rodeo. It was in Georgia. We left the rodeo and went to Cracker Barrel to eat.
I love Cracker Barrel.
And there was this woman there. There was the woman there. She was taking the bills and everything. She was the person that you paid.
Mm-hmm.
And she was an African American lady. And she said, I said, ma'am, how are you doing? And she says, oh, I'm doing all right, just trying to get by. And I said, I went to seminary to be a preacher. She goes, you're a preacher? Well, praise the Lord. And she says, what are you doing in Georgia? I said, well, I just got done singing the national anthem at the junior high school rodeo. And she goes, oh, I wish I could have heard that. And my brother-in-law, who drove me up there, he's standing next to me, and he goes, sing it for her. And so I'm standing there at the counter, and all of a sudden I start singing, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And after
my husband just said play ball, RJ.
I was thinking, gentlemen, start your engines.
RJ, I'm streaming on my channel, so also.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Even though we may have, a few different on mine than over here, but I mean, I have a lot of the followers and stuff, Tommy, Thindu, Ralph, them guys.
Oh yeah, and what's so weird is when I got done singing it, the lady that was taking our bill, I heard like she started crying. She said, "That is so beautiful." And there were people coming up to me in the Cracker Barrel. They were eating, and they were all coming up to me like, "Oh my God, I've never heard that done like that before." I mean, and then we got back to the hotel, and my brother-in-law's talking to my sister, and he's like, well, RJ started the Cracker Barrel tour.
There you go.
And so my sister's like, yeah, that was a pretty good performance, because my brother-in-law had videoed it. And he's, and my sister's like, that was an awesome performance. That was like one of your most awesome performances of that song that you've done. And then in May, I sang in front of 1,000 people. I think it was 1,060.
I was just going to ask if you have ever performed to a large crowd.
Oh yeah.
He performed to a larger crowd than I have.
It was the Special Olympics opening ceremonies in Orlando, and we were at the stadium, and there was like 1,000 people there, almost 2,000 people.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I did that song, and the state president of the Special Olympics was there.
Mm-hmm.
The president of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Brian Ford, was there.
I lived in Florida, so.
Oh yeah, and it was really weird because after the opening ceremonies, because see, they let me stay on the field, and so I got to meet all the people that were up on the dais. And so I met the president of Publix, the CEO of Publix Florida, the supermarket.
Yeah, I know Publix and Piggly Wiggly
and so basically what happened was the president of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers walked up to us, and he goes into his pocket and pulls out his business card and says, "Sir, here's my business card. We might want him to sing at a Tampa Bay Buccaneers football game."
Amazing. I'm gonna take my cam off for a minute. I gotta let my dog out.
Okay.
Oh no, my husband's gonna take her, so
that's cool.
Yeah, but you're streaming on my channel too now.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what you can do. Like if you have, if someone has paid for StreamYard, basically what you can do is you set it up to where people can stream your channel to their channel.
I didn't know that because myself and another young lady are doing a live show and stuff. I didn't know that. Thank you, RJ.
Part of the StreamYard premium package.
Yeah, it's part of the premium package.
It's a premium. Okay.
Yeah, but I think you on the free plan, I'll have to ask, but I think on the free plan one person can stream to their channel. Oh, you can't? Okay.
No, I tried. I was looking at doing that on mine. I was like, nope, can't do it.
See, I have the free, but I don't know if this other person does.
Yeah, you can actually. I'm using the Essentials plan. It's like $10 a month. But
yeah, I had that. Think she has that also.
Yeah, and you can actually. I think there's a yearly thing too.
Yeah.
But StreamYard's they've been very nice to me. They've been very good to me, because of my disability and things like that. And I was one of the first blind people actually to help them make StreamYard more accessible for us. And they like Dan and Gage, they're the founders of StreamYard. And so when people mention RJ Sandiford, they're like, yeah, we know who he is. So,
yeah. Oh my gosh. I have a question, RJ.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known seeing impaired people, also hearing impaired people.
Yep.
But more so hearing impaired. Our neighbor, he is deaf. He has one of the phones where it reads on his phone. So he can read it. Now, with you, does it speak when people are chatting or commenting on your stream? That's my question.
This particular computer, I have to literally go into the comments and read them. it just depends on the app that you're using.
Okay.
I Twitch, now if I was on Twitch, it would read every single message
Yes,
automatically.
Twitch does do that. Yep, I've been
And
on
I
Twitch.
will say this, they do need to work on some of their accessibility features, though, because there's some parts of it that are not that great, that are not that
Right.
accessible yet. And I mean, look, I mean, it is 2023, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, next week, which is this coming Wednesday, is July 26th.
Yes, my niece's birthday.
Well, and it's a big day for the disability community
Yes,
because of the Americans with Disabilities Act, which was signed in 1990 by President George H.W. Bush.
you're right. My son, my oldest son, mine and my husband's,
Mm-hmm.
is on the spectrum.
Yep.
So yes, I mean, even he works for Walmart,
Mm.
and they have been great with him.
Oh yeah. Actually, Walmart is one of the very few stores that actually will hire a person with a disability.
Yes, and it's very sad. I mean, he was working at Applebee's and he left because he was discriminated against.
Oh yeah, and we'll see, and it's really it's sad because especially for blind individuals, blind and visually impaired individuals,
Mm-hmm.
we are the most educated disabled population in the U.S.
You're very smart. I
That
mean, oh
that
my
is
goodness.
very that is that cannot work, that cannot get a job.
Okay,
70
Maureen.
yeah,
Have a great day.
78 to 80% of working age blind people are unemployed.
Yes.
Not of any fault of their own. It's because of society. Society still thinks that we are incapable of working.
Yes. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. If you're coming from my channel, I want to introduce you to an amazing young man, RJ Sanifer, and the other one up on panel is Crazy Kid. I think he's in Canada, if I've heard him right.
Yeah.
And if I can just say to my channel, come in, be respectful, and no emojis in this chat, please, as respect to the host. Thank you and enjoy this.
Yes, please no emojis. I don't like emojis.
People on your channel that are coming from your channel, Tammy,
yes,
they'll have a little paper clip over top of the YouTube symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, RJ doesn't get to see those comments.
Okay.
Only you will be able to see those comments coming from the people that are viewing from your channel.
Okay.
If you're viewing on RJ's channel, they'll come up in the main chat. RJ will be able to, use his accessibility features to have the.
I'm trying to figure. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out on here how to chat to my channel.
You can chat into the post a comment down at the bottom, but that'll show up on RJ's. Or what you can do is you can open up another tab on your internet browser.
Yeah.
And open up a YouTube stream or YouTube video of yours, you streaming this to your audience, and then you can chat to them privately in there.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm on my iPhone.
Oh, Conservative Collins says, by the Republican Party, the ADA was opposed by the Democrat Party. That is correct.
Yes, very correct.
That is very correct. The Democrats will say, "Oh, we're for people with disabilities."
No, they're not.
No, they are not. They
No, they
are
no, they're
not.
not. I'm
They-
not trying to bring politics. I mean, my husband watches a lot of that stuff. I don't watch the
Oh, I
news.
could say and do something that would just make it. It would be so rude. I wouldn't even do that on your channel, Art.
See, here's the thing.
But it would be funny.
And here's the
Yeah,
here's the
know.
thing that I think needs to happen, okay? Because I will say this, the Supreme Court has messed around with the ADA. They've issued opinions that have tried to undermine the ADA, in my opinion. So what they need to do is they need to make a constitutional amendment, amend the Constitution, and add in there that the rights of individuals with disabilities shall not be infringed.
Oh, no, conservative. No, I wasn't saying you were bringing politics or anything. No. If that was towards me, no, I didn't. If I came, it sounded like that. I apologize. Sometimes, my words, I may say something that I actually don't mean because my brain, something may come out before.
Yeah, I get the idea what you're trying to say, because my brain trips over my tongue all the time.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And conservative Colin is he's blind as well.
Oh.
And he's also an immigrant.
Good for you, young man. Good for you.
He's also an immigrant. And see, that's the thing. A lot of people want to say, "Oh, well, so and so's against immigrants." This person, no, because let me tell you something. If you come to this country and you work hard and you do it right, you deserve to be here.
Yep.
If you don't come to this country legally and you do it the wrong way, then you need to get out.
Hit the road, Jack.
I'll bring up something. Our daughter
Mm-hmm.
is from Germany. She has dual citizenship. Okay?
Oh.
She is very successful here.
Mm-hmm.
Works very hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, if you work hard, you come here, and stuff like you should.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Actually, I mean, for me, I'm just like, you know what? Come in, whatever. Just don't mess up.
Yeah.
Don't come to my house.
Yeah. Well, I know this couple. They got a daughter that went to Cuba.
Okay.
Okay. Got pregnant, came back, went, and then the following year went back with the child, married the guy, and brought him back to Canada. Okay. Now he basically got his green card because he's got a daughter that is here in Canada.
Yes.
But what he did next, I totally stand behind this man 100%. He didn't take a job from somebody else. He created his own business and made it successful because the guy's an amazing artist. He started learning how to do tattoos, and I saw a couple of tattoos this guy does, and it basically looks like he did this scorpion on this one guy's arm. It looks like the scorpion's actually crawling on this guy's arm. That's how good this guy is as an artist. He made his own business. He's creating his own income.
Yeah.
That's the kind of immigrant that I will stand behind. The kind of immigrant that I don't stand behind is the ones that come over here and tell me I got to stop celebrating November 11th, which is our Remembrance Day. It's the same as your veterans and
Yes.
what's the other one that you guys to commemorate the soldiers of the past, the ones that
Yes.
passed. Okay, we celebrate those two celebrations in one on Remembrance Day, and I remember being at this celebration, this honoring celebration, and this immigrant come right up to us and said, "You need to stop this. This offends me." I looked at this lady and I says, "Lady, you better get the fuck out of here because your appearance at our remembrance for these fallen soldiers that gave us the opportunity to have the freedoms and the rights that we have today offends me. Leave. Go back to the country you came from. If our culture offends you that much, get the hell out of here."
Ooh.
And a cop was standing right there.
Okay, yeah.
I don't put up with people that go to other countries and say, "Oh, that culture offends me, but I'm staying anyways," just to make them be like me. Well, I don't want to be like you because you're a fucking idiot.
Hi,
Yeah.
DARPA. Hi, DARPA. Welcome in.
Hey, DARPA.
Now, yeah, RJ, you had a topic you were talking about, and then it went sideways.
Mm-hmm.
About women in different countries and stuff like that.
Yeah, women in different but actually it all ties in. If you go to a country,
Yes,
if you're going to go to a foreign country, like for example, okay, my dream is to travel to Italy. I want to go to Rome. I want to visit the Vatican.
I want to take my husband to where his grandfather and family came from in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Perugia, Italy.
Yeah.
Which is north. I would love to take him there.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, if I was to go to Rome, I would have to research the laws of Italy.
Yes.
Because I would not want to go to Italy, do something to break their law, and then them arrest me and say, "Oh, well, I didn't know I couldn't do that."
I'm American. I can do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
RJ, do you know who you could talk with about that?
Who?
Tommy Stiggs. Because if I'm correct, I think Tommy's been there and possibly Tommy's family has gone to Italy.
Yeah. So, and see, that's the thing. Like, we were talking about this lady that went to Dubai, and basically
she went off on this dude.
Yeah, and she went off on this guy in public, screaming.
The chat disappeared.
Huh?
Somebody said, JJ, the chat has disappeared, and Tommy says, "Okay, JJ, I thought it was only me."
No, the chat numbers went down. I've been noticing that. There was like 15 or 20 people in here at one time.
Did I scare them away?
I don't know.
I don't know if you scared them away.
I'm just a housewife, a mother and grandmother in New York State. I'm not scary.
Well, and two, in New York State, you guys had Senator Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I won't go into that. I will not.
Yep. Y'all had her. You have Chuck Schumer as your senator.
Oh, yeah. You know a lot. Oh, my gosh, RJ. Very smart young man.
Yep. Chuck Schumer is the Democratic leader of the Senate at this point.
Yeah, I know.
Because we couldn't get enough Republicans in the Senate to take it from the Democrats.
Yeah, I'm only 2 hours from Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm only about 45 minutes from the border.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm down here. I don't know. I'm like southern, middle, whatever you want. I'm south of Rochester and west of Buffalo.
Okay.
Mm.
It takes us, depends on how fast my husband drives,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but an hour and a half or so maybe to get to Buffalo. And then from there, you just hop over, I think it's the Peace Bridge or whatever it is, into Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, if you take the Peace Bridge, you'll be coming into, I think you'll be coming into Niagara Falls.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Niagara Falls. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. You'd be about 4.5, 5 hours away from where I'm at.
But see, for me, and back, for me, it's just, I've been to Niagara Falls. It's too touristy there for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm sorry, RJ. Back to what you were saying. I apologize.
No, you're fine. But see, you mentioned New York City. That's another place that I'd like to go because New York City is the home to the Xavier Society for the Blind headquarters.
Yeah, they have a big blind school there.
And here's the thing.
Nobody's seen it.
Here's the thing. The Xavier Society for the Blind actually holds a mass, a St. Lucie Mass, every December 13th. And blind people from all over the country come to this Mass. And Cardinal.
Hi, David Cameron. Welcome.
Hey, David Cameron.
Hey, David Cameron.
Cardinal.
I got busted by Project DARPA.
Yeah. Cardinal, what's his name, presides over it.
RJ,
Sometimes.
New York City, a lot of people will say, it's dangerous and stuff. I'm going to tell you something. Probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was going back and forth to New York City by myself every other week for work and stuff. And for me, my opinion, it is no more dangerous than it is anywhere else in our country.
Yeah. You gotta go into the wrong areas in order to find the danger.
Other than, hey, watch out for the bicyclist or the taxi cabs, because those bicycles will take you out. I mean, but yeah, New York City is an amazing place. A lot of free
stuff. I would love
stuff.
to go to New York City, especially for the ball drop. That's one of the things that that's on my.
Have you heard what you have to do, crazy kid, at the ball drop? Do you know what they do there?
Oh, I know they drop a ball.
No. When you go to the ball drop, they literally, and you're corralled into these gates, okay? Once you get inside this area, you cannot even leave to use the restroom. People will wear Depends to go there. Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about actually physically being on the street. I'm talking about going like to the rooftop parties.
Oh yeah.
That's where I want to go.
New York
I want to go to a rooftop
amazing.
party, when the ball gets dropped.
Yep.
Because you still hear everything that's going down on the street. You still see it on the TV monitors, but you have, beverages and washrooms available.
Yeah. Some, I know, well, some places, if you go in or whatever, I don't know I don't think it's everywhere, but some of the places you literally have to buy something to use their bathroom, stuff like that. But I tell you what, the pizza in New York City is amazing. The bodegas in New York City have the best coffee, I think. I loved one bodega, which is in Spanish Harlem. Awesome family owned.
Do they have a Tim Hortons in New York?
What?
Do they have a Tim Hortons
Oh,
in
they
New
probably got a Tim Horton. They got lots of Starbucks.
I'm not into Starbucks.
I hate Starbucks.
I had Starbucks once in Las Vegas.
May.
What's that?
I'm not sure. Tommy, if you're still here, do they have the Tim Hortons in New York City now? I never seen it. I've seen Dunkin' Donuts and stuff, but
I've had Starbucks once.
I don't like
that was
Starbucks.
Down in Las Vegas. And when I finally got up to the barista to put my order in, it took me 15 minutes.
Thanks, Tommy.
It took me 15 minutes to actually find out. Because they gave me the cup, okay, and they said, like, I asked them for a black coffee, because that's how I drink my coffee. Black coffee.
My husband, too.
I was like, give me the biggest cup you got, black coffee.
And
so
then you got to talk to them and tell
then
them.
They point toward this wall where they got
15
or 20 different freaking things. And I say, I want coffee flavored coffee. I just want regular coffee flavored coffee. They couldn't tell me, third one from the left.
Oh no, you got to have a Venti Grande.
They wanted me to freaking, put all this other bullshit in there. I'm like, dude, give me my money back, or tell me which one of these is going to be the regular flavored coffee.
Yes, DARPA, bacon, egg, and cheese in a coffee in a bodega, amazing, and in the delis, yes.
But after 15 minutes, I got this big pail of coffee without a handle. And I take a sip. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, no, that couldn't have been right. And I took another sip, and it tasted like used motor oil ran through with some antifreeze and then filtered through a homeless person's dirty sock. That's what it tasted like to me. It was disgusting.
If you ever get a chance to go to the west side up by 101 in Manhattan, down by Central Park. There is a gentleman named Billy. I don't know if anybody, whatever, in the chat has ran into. Billy has a hot dog cart. This man stands out in the heat, everything, every day. Great guy, very respectful man to earn a living. This is what he does. And he makes good money doing it.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, comically, I don't see myself standing in line to, take a taste of Billy's wiener.
You don't have to stand in line there usually. You got to know when to go. You're not going to want to go around lunchtime. You're going to want to beat that rush because Billy's is very, very popular and the halal places are very popular also. But pizza. You can go into New York, and if you know where to find it or you're with somebody that knows, you can get a couple pieces of pizza for like $3.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with anybody, saying how much things are in another city. But
I'm going to tell you, if you go into Times Square, you're going to be paying money. That's a tourist trap.
Yeah.
There are other places outside of that area where you can go and get stuff cheaper. It just depends.
That just goes to say, you go to the tourist section, you're going to pay tourist prices. You go to the mom and pop shop, you're going to get mom and pop prices.
I got a Michael Kors outfit in New York, out in one of the boroughs in a warehouse. It was, it had a ding or whatever in it. Whatever, I say a ding. The outfit in the regular store in Fifth Ave would have cost me $200-300. I paid $40.
Yeah.
Because it was damaged.
Had a little flaw in it.
It had a flaw.
But
I mean, for me,
yeah, you didn't catch what I said before.
It takes me $71 to take Amtrak from here to go to New York City, and I can be in the city in 6 hours. Down at 42nd Street.
Yeah, you didn't catch what I said earlier.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said I'm not standing in line to taste Billy's wiener.
Oh, I heard you. I just kept moving. I ignored you. So, RJ, yeah, what other places would you like to go to?
I would love to go to Washington, D.C.
Me too.
I'd love to go to Washington.
Hi, David. Hi, JJ.
I'd love to go to
Well, Pigeon pooped on me in Battery Park years ago, and I've been lucky ever since.
Yeah. I call
JJ
them
Fedora.
pigeons. Those pigeons are I call them designer birds because they come in every shape, color, whatever in New York City.
Wow.
The first time I went to New York, I wanted to go to Strawberry Fields, okay? You want to hear a joke?
Yeah, go ahead.
I literally walked around Central Park in the one area there, because you know Strawberry Fields.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking around in Central Park to find Strawberry Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm like, where the heck is this field with the strawberries in it?
Mm.
I didn't realize all it is a big round circle thing like a tribute in the ground in like a four-way thing. Yeah, and I'm walking around Central Park looking for a field with strawberries. 3 hours.
Oh my Lord.
I walked up to somebody and I'm like, can you tell me where Strawberry Field is? I've been looking everywhere and all I see is the big gardens and all that. I see no field with strawberries. This lady looked at me and laughed and kept walking.
Oh my Lord.
JJ Fedora says a pigeon pooped on me in Battery Park years ago. I've been lucky ever since. I'm so unlucky I could lay down underneath a statue and I couldn't get a pigeon to shit on me.
David said he's in the UK and would like to go to DC.
That's cool.
David Cameron says that John Lennon is from his hometown in Liverpool.
Oh. So, speaking of statues,
yes.
People say that the Statue of Liberty is a sight to behold.
Very much so. In Ellis Island.
Yep.
My husband's never been to New York City, even though I've been there. I keep trying to tell him to go, but he goes, yeah, right. Me walking with my work boots and my blue jeans. I'm like, Stephen, people don't care in New York City. I was on a bus and watched a guy peeing on the street by the bus station or by the bus stop.
What?
Everybody around, kids walking by, nobody doing nothing, whatever. They don't care. Everybody is in a hurry to get somewhere in New York.
And the cop
didn't have time to go to the bathroom. They don't have time to go use the bathroom. They just go to the bathroom.
And the best public bathrooms in New York City are in front of Bryant Park. But make sure you get there before you actually start dancing, because everybody knows those are the cleanest bathrooms and everything there.
Actually, didn't the Filipino piece say that sometimes in the Philippines you'll see people
Yep.
peeing on the street?
Yep, using the washroom on the street.
Oh, they will. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I have cousins that have married Filipino ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And the Filipinos are such sweet people.
Oh my gosh, yes, very much. I mean, Rowena, she married my stepson's uncle. She's from the Philippines. Very good, and they are so family oriented.
Mm,
It is unbelievable.
they are.
Right? It has gone lost in today's
They
society.
are. They are very, and some of them are very shy.
Yes.
They're
Yep.
very shy.
Well, part of the Filipino culture is they have a disbelief that they don't speak good enough English for the rest of the world.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's unfortunate that they have that belief, and that belief is transferred from generation to generation to generation to generation.
Mhm.
Even though since the 50s, when or when they got their independence from Japan, from the
It was
occupation of Japan,
1946.
Yep.
yeah. But
40.
the education system has been okay. We're gonna teach you guys English, and from then
Okay, David. Thanks again, bud.
yep.
Thanks, David.
It's been a constant, like right from like elementary school all the way through to college and university. English is being taught and spoken, yet so many Filipinos
Yes.
are have it hammered into them that, oh, we don't speak good enough English for the rest of the world.
And
They
that's very
speak
sad.
better English than some of the people in America and Canada.
Yeah.
I can understand them a whole lot better than some of the people I see on the street. When
Yep.
oh, you're one of them, and they're talking all that slang. It's like, did you actually speak English?
Mm.
I can understand people from a foreign country better than I can understand some of the people in my own country,
Hmm.
Oh,
which is sad.
my son, or our kids, they'd say something, slang, whatever, and I just look at them. I'd be like, "Can you speak some English?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, mom, you're old school." I'm like, "Yeah. When you're in our home, you're gonna speak and not speak slang.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I want to understand what the heck you're saying."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Who said this? What's going on? I don't see any Teresa either. What's going on up in here? Teresa, what's going on, sweetheart? And I'm
No,
sorry, I call everybody sweetheart.
so do I. Teresa, everything's fine. We're just having a discussion. It's cool.
I agree with Colin here. He says, I don't care how good or not good you are at something,
Oh,
as long as you are trying. The
oh,
effort makes the difference.
David, you can't put the emojis in, please, because then RJ can't see them. So please don't put the emojis.
Yeah. Don't put emojis in my chat, please. I appreciate that. It gets difficult for my reader to read them and stuff.
I don't even understand some of these dang emojis, RJ. And I can see.
Yeah, and some of them are
I mean,
like they'll put like hearts or praying hands or
well,
whatever.
when I came in, I had forgotten because for me, RJ, you're a young kid, whatever. I don't see, when I look at people, I don't see disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
We never told What we told our son was, you are not disabled, you are not handicapped, you are handy capable. You may have to work harder at some things than other people would, but that's life. Even people that don't have difficulties. You know, there are some
Yeah.
things that are difficult for them that other people can do. Like for me, there
Mm-hmm.
are some people that can do math.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand math, but I love to read and stuff, and I love geography, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
goes the
see,
saying, nobody's perfect.
well, and here's the
Yeah.
thing too is, when I was growing up, I had a teacher of the visually impaired, and she would always tell me, RJ, you are not blind. You're just a person that just happens to be blind. You
Yeah.
can do anything that you set your mind to.
We moved our son out of a school because
Mm-hmm.
I had called one day
Hmm.
to the school, and because our oldest one there, he wanted to go to college.
I'm gonna go for a smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He wanted to go to college and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And his teacher, which he was in a, you know, assistant classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like the name they give it. I can't stand that name, what they
Mm-hmm.
call it. But his teacher said, Tammy, I'm going to tell you something. Your son, I'll say my son, she used his name.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he has gone as far as he can go. I'm like, excuse me? We took him out of that school
Mm-hmm.
and we moved in. We did. We moved from one home to another school district.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have an opportunity. Because, yeah, I mean, I can't stand it when you get not all teachers,
Mm-hmm.
but they limit these young people.
They do.
And it's not okay.
They do. And thank God, my niece, my middle niece, Carol, she was not limited. She was not limited. She loves to cook. She's autistic. She loves to cook.
Yes, my son loves to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler is into the computer thing.
Mm-hmm.
He does all that stuff. Very smart young man like you.
Mm-hmm.
But there are just certain quirks with him, like he doesn't like his schedule changed, which at Walmart where he works,
Mm-hmm.
they accommodate him with that.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain things he don't like to wear because he don't like the feel of it.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, he will not wear his socks the right way. To him, it's the right way. He has to turn them inside out because he don't like the feeling.
Mm.
But it's your people.
Yeah. Well, and see, with her, it's like, because
Okay, DARPA, thank you so much.
we have a
Thank
special
you, JJ.
we have a special program here in Florida that basically allows her to basically go to college. It's like a program like
They're doing. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have a lot of family that lives in Florida.
Yeah.
And well, even up here, my husband's niece, they have a program here at the college that is allowing her to go to college with help, with assistance and things.
Yeah. And Carol is studying culinary. She wants to study culinary. She
That's
might not
awesome.
She might not be able to do it this fall. We're hoping she can, but she had trouble taking the college success class because she can read, but
Right.
it's not. She has a difficult time reading.
That now Tyler has a hard time with writing and spelling, stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
hard for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, he read. My husband taught our son how to read with Harry Potter books
Yeah.
at 13.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Carol loves Harry Potter. My God.
oh, Tyler, he could tell you every single dinosaur. We always in the car, it was why this, why that. He always wanted to know.
See,
how
and
everything worked and why this was going on. Why can't I do this? One time, I think he was 8 or 9. He's like, if we had a dragon, would we need to have heat in our house?
That's awesome.
I'm like, Ty. I said his name. He won't mind.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, Tyler, if we had a dragon in our house, we would need better fire insurance.
Yep. Well,
and he's like, really, Mom?
See, and that's the way she is. Like we because I'm 44, she's 19.
You don't look 44, RJ.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But every night she'll come to my room and we have to play this game. Well, it's not a game, but it's a like a role play.
Yep.
And she pretends like she's the principal of a school.
Koala.
And
Koala must have put a link or something. I don't know.
And so basically the school is called White House Academy. It's a name she made up.
Oh, that's cute.
And it's a junior high / high school. And here are some of the students in her little imaginary school. SpongeBob SquarePants is a senior.
Patrick, that's what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, Patrick.
I don't know. Something with StreamYard, they're saying. JJ's like, perhaps, I don't know. David Cameron saying perhaps they're using StreamYard chat, and we are not.
I don't know. But basically it's
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, that's fine. Basically what it is basically they in this little made up school that she's made up. SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Star, Mrs. Puff, they're all seniors.
Oh, okay.
Then Barney the dinosaur he's a senior. Actually, no, he graduated.
Well, congratulations, Barney.
Yeah, like
it's about time you're prehistoric. You were born in prehistoric times.
I know. Well, and see, a lot of people ask me.
They said there's something wrong with the chat. They can't see it.
I don't know. I can see it. Oh, you know what it is? It's
what?
Everything when you stream it to your when a guest streams it, it all becomes one chat.
On ours, like on the StreamYard chat, it becomes one chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your stream, you'll only see the chat from the people that are watching on your stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'll only see the people that are watching on my stream.
Mm-hmm.
And RJ will only be able to read the people that are watching on his stream if he's got the YouTube window open. But more than likely, RJ's got the StreamYard thing open, so he replies to it all.
I can see everything.
How can I stop the stream from my channel?
Actually, you can't. Until I end this.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
That's the way StreamYard set it up.
Oh, okay. I don't know. See, 51.
Yeah, so like even if you were to like leave, or if I were to leave, yeah, this is just gonna keep right on rolling.
Oh yeah, but
until RJ says it's time for him to go home to, go do something else. This is just
and basically you're getting more watch hours too.
But you know what? I'll tell you something. Be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into like the monetization thing.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to help other people reach their goals and support other channel kind of things. That's just me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I have a channel. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I show, my dogs, stuff like that, different things.
Oh yeah.
But I have a show with another young lady, and stuff. But other than that,
oh yeah,
YouTube for me is secondary.
Oh yeah, yeah. But our friend, the Filipina P, she has 200,000. How many does she have now, Crazy Kid?
235, I believe.
230. I thought it was more than that. Like,
whoa.
But she has a lot of subscribers.
Yep.
And she puts out really she puts out really good content.
They promote a lot of channels. The Filipino community will promote channels.
They will.
239,000 as of right now.
How many?
239.
Whoa! Oh shoot! She's almost at 240. Holy cow!
Yeah, the Filipinos will support the heck out of channels.
Mm-hmm. They will. They
Great
will.
People,
like the Filipina P, most of her subscribers are people from the United States, Canada, Europe.
Yeah. Yep.
Because she has content about what it's like in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I want to learn about what's going on there and how things go there. That's the channel I would recommend to anybody wanting to learn.
I follow a couple that is in Thailand. He's American. His wife was in the United States for school, stuff like that. But then they moved back to Phop Phnom, Thailand, and he goes and they travel and he shows you around Thailand. Expats, gives information if you ever want to go there, places to stay. Because I like to travel. I mean, if it wasn't so warm in New York City, I would be taking a trip to New York. But it gets too warm down there for me now, so I'll probably go in the fall.
Oh yeah, when the fall hits, especially here, like right now, it is hot. It's like really freaking hot
it's
down
warm.
here.
My nephew is down between Orlando and Tampa. He's down there in Webster.
Yeah.
Down that way by Daytona.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been there.
I've been through there and stuff. When I was a nanny, I went with the family down to Kissimmee and everything.
Hey Google, what is the temperature?
The current temperature there is 83 degrees.
Mm.
Due to the current humidity, it feels like it's 92.
So I have another question, RJ.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you start YouTube?
It was actually by accident. Several years ago, my nephew had started it, and I
Okay.
got interested in it because my nephew was doing it, and I'm like, okay, this is
Yep.
YouTube. Okay, so basically, what I had done is I started doing stuff about blindness and stuff like that, and then
Yep.
I basically got I mean there are certain people that they like to troll or they like to cause
Oh yeah,
drama or
you're gonna get
whatever,
that.
and
I've been on YouTube for 2 years, but I had a channel with almost 2,000, and I deleted that channel because too much drama.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, what was I? 1,300 or something.
Yeah,
And I cooked and I did all that, but there was too much drama.
Well,
I
see,
deleted it.
and it's mostly the live streams too, and you
Yes.
have to know how to navigate it.
Oh yes.
But and see, the thing is, there's a guy that Crazy Kid and I, because we were talking about, if you go to a foreign country and you don't like the culture,
don't go.
Don't go. And
Forget
there's or there's a plane that leaves every day. You
Yep.
can be on one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this guy basically made a video calling us both racists.
What?
Yeah.
No, all you're doing is stating
Common sense.
Yeah,
All it
if
was,
you don't like
common
it,
sense.
don't go there.
Mhm.
I would have
And it
said,
just goes to show how little common sense some people actually have.
Yeah.
I would have said the same thing. I was told,
Mhm.
I'd never mention names or anything, but I was
Mhm.
told in a community, which I have nothing to do with any of them.
Mhm.
They're not even over here or anything.
Mhm.
But I was told that I should not be on YouTube because of my PTSD and stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't made for YouTube, and I'm like, why? Because I'm not on every hour of the stinking day?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I have a life?
Yeah. Well,
and I shared, I
Mhm.
did. I shared how alcohol affected our family, and it still does to this day,
Mhm.
about one of our children.
Oh
Or
yeah.
whatever, stuff like that. And
Mhm.
oh yeah, believe me.
And
Yep.
well, because see, basically, I had a situation where we had two Filipinos at my church because we have we have a Filipino community at my church.
Yep.
And,
we have one here.
And there was and they were speaking Tagalog.
Yep.
And I had told the story, and this happened before the pandemic.
Okay.
And I told the story that basically I asked them, I said, what's going on?
Hey, Ralph, how you doing, bud?
Hey, Ralph.
Hey, Ralph.
Ralph's in here. I don't know if he can't seen it on mine or yours or whoever's, but he's here.
But basically what happened was I told these two Filipinos, hey, you're in the United States, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
And I said, I really feel that you need to speak English because there's English speaking people in this room. They have no idea what you're saying. And this guy said, oh, well, that's racist. That's racist. How is that racist? To tell someone.
In mine, if I was to go live now in
Mhm.
my other channel, yes, I did ask people because
Mhm.
I had Filipinos. I had a friend from Kenya,
Mhm.
stuff like that. And I would make it known, can we please speak English
Mhm.
in my chat?
Mhm.
Be respectful, respect each other.
Mhm.
If you got a beef with somebody else in another area, whatever, on the street, YouTube street, don't
Mhm.
bring it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing is if you're in public. See, this is the way my dad raised me.
Okay, Ralph. Okay. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
This is the way my father raised me. Okay. My father raised me with the belief that if someone comes over here and they want to be successful, then they should learn English.
Now, okay, our daughter did not really learn English.
Mm-hmm.
She knew German. She still knows German, but
Right.
she don't speak German because she will to her family there
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
she does. But I've learned some German,
Mm-hmm.
but we still don't. We'll say some things in German, whatever like that,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't pronounce it sometimes and
Mm-hmm.
everybody laughs.
Yeah.
But yeah, we speak English.
Yeah.
Yep.
And see, that's the thing is, I'm not trying to be mean when I
No,
say that.
no.
It's that, look, if you're going to be over here, other people are, see, like if I went to Italy, okay, if I went
Yep.
to Rome and I walked up to a group of Italians and they were speaking in Italian, I can't say to them, "Oh, I don't understand you. Speak English."
Yeah,
Because
no.
they could look at me and say, "Hey, buddy, you came over here from America. Learn Italian."
Yeah, exactly. You are correct.
It works both ways,
And this guy got
he went off.
this Filipino woman to call me a racist because I said that, I told these two Filipinos, "You are in my country.
Hi, Maureen.
You're in my country. And if you're going to, if you're going to be in my country,
Yep.
then you need to speak English or you won't be successful."
Our
Well,
son.
not only that, you won't be able to get where you want to go. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Our son here.
like
Our
Yeah.
older
if you
son.
don't speak the language of the natives,
Yeah.
then you're not going to be able to communicate properly
Thank
to
you,
them
DARPA,
what
for
you're needing.
reminding everybody.
Thank you.
Yep.
But our son, I already said
Mhm.
his name, Tyler.
Mhm.
One of his things that he is very good at is different languages.
Wow.
He can speak, read, and write fluent Japanese.
Oh, wow.
He taught himself. He's learned Russian.
Mm.
When he was traveling around the United States and Mexico and stuff, building Walmarts and whatever,
Mhm. Mhm.
he learned Spanish because a lot of places out west, they will hire Spanish workers,
Mhm.
construction, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he learned that.
Mhm.
Now he knows Russian, but he'll come in sometimes and he'll be speaking Japanese to somebody on the phone.
Mhm.
And then he'll come to me and I'm like, "Tyler, you can speak English to me. I don't know what you're saying."
Mhm.
But yeah.
How old is Tyler?
32.
Oh, so does he live with you or?
Yes.
Oh.
But not always. Tyler has lived everywhere. He had a beautiful townhome outside of Oklahoma City.
Mm.
And then he had gotten hurt on the job.
Mm.
So he ended up coming back to New York.
Mhm.
And so he came home for a bit and then he got another job, construction kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And he moved out to the city. Because we're in like a small, I don't know what you want to call it, whatever. To us here, this is like a small little city.
Mm-hmm.
We have Walmart, we have Wegmans, we have Aldi, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But we have a very diverse where we are. We have a hospital, so we have a lot of Asian Americans, Pakistani Americans, all that.
Oh yeah, we do too here. And see, and when this guy was calling us racist and everything,
Yes,
it
Ralph, I agree with you.
it was it was tough. And
But yeah, Ty is 32 and he ended up moving home because if you're not here or whatever, you really don't know. Up in Rochester in the last couple years, the crime rate has gone horrible. And believe it or not, the area he was in on the suburbs of Rochester, out in Greece, out by Ontario Lake, very nice area. I don't know if you've ever heard of Golisano Children's Hospital here in up here. University of Rochester. Yeah. Up there. But the crime and everything just got so bad. He would be going to work and there'd be a shooting. And he's like, Mom, can I come home for a while, and just, get things settled and then I'll find another place out there. But yeah, he lives at home. We like it. I like it that way because when I grew up, I grew up, country, whatever. I grew up on a dairy farm. I grew up riding horses. I mean, all that stuff. My parents always told me if you ever get in a bind that you did not create on your own, come home. But you will pay.
Yep.
And that's the way I am.
That's the way my sister is she, because that's the way our mom was, If you need help, I will help you, but you will pay your way. You will help out around the house.
Yes, and that's the way it is here, you will put money in towards the food bill. You'll clean up after yourself, like my husband is injured right now. So we told our son, we're like, I know Dad usually does the garbage, before he goes out to work, but you got to step up and take out the trash. It's like, a lot of kids nowadays have no clue. None. What it is like.
Don't.
Hey.
They don't have a clue of work, of hard work.
They have no idea. Because my boys, when we brought Tyler home from the hospital, I got up the next morning and, of course, I went home to my parents' house. That's just what we did. I'd go home to my parents' house the first week with the kids, with the babies, and my mom would help out for that week. But then you need to go home. But I got up the next morning after I'd gone home, and there's no baby in the crib. I'm freaking out. I run downstairs. My mom, of course, is at the kitchen table, having coffee. She'd be, starting to get Dad's breakfast ready when he came back in from the milking at 8 a.m. And I'm like, where is the baby? I'm screaming and freaking out. And she's like, your dad took him up to the barn with him at 4:30. He's got his bottle. He's got his... We went up to feed calves. My father has my 3-day-old son down in the milking parlor pit, sleeping away, and my father's just milking the cows. Wow. My boys have learned work since they've seen it.
See, and that's the thing. My dad even though that I could not see, my dad worked in auto mechanic.
I'm sorry, crazy. I apologize that I can't get a word in. I'm sorry about that.
But it was very, my dad was a paint and auto body worker. He did mechanic, and so basically, every weekend, my dad would come in my room. He'd say, "RJ, get up, get dressed, eat your breakfast, and I expect you in my shop." And I'm blind. And what my dad would do, he would say, "RJ, take this piece of sandpaper and sand this car. And sand it good because I'm going to check it." And one day we were all in his shop, and this guy walks in to check on his car, and he goes, "Your son's blind, Mr. Sandifer. What's he doing sanding a car?" He said, "My son's not going to learn to feel sorry for himself. My son is going to learn how to do things so that when he gets older, he'll know the value of work."
Yeah.
Isn't that right, crazy kid?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've done enough body work in my life to know that you very rarely
Mm-hmm.
use your vision when you're fine tuning the sanding on a body.
Yeah.
You want to use your hands. You want to use your feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that that's going the right. That's following the
Mm-hmm.
pattern of the car.
Exactly. Yeah.
All righty, I'm gonna drop down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great show, RJ and Crazy Kid. I apologize.
No, you're fine. But thanks for coming up, Tammy. We had a good discussion.
Nice meeting you.
Yep. Nice meeting you. So, man, what you think, crazy kid?
Yeah, she's got interesting stories, but
oh yeah. But man, I tell you what, the two very good streams, and yeah,
two long ones too. It's 2.5, almost 2.5 hours now.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, let's think of it this way: the more hours you put in, the more watch hours you get.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So Angel is, from what I understand, I think she's going live later on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think she is.
Yeah. If she does, shoot me. Well,
I will. Don't worry.
Shoot me the link, and if I'm still available,
I will.
I'll jump in and say hi.
Yep, I will. Don't worry. I'll do that for you. If I see her go live, then yep. But
I was in a chat. I was in a chat live stream one time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't on the panel. I was in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2,500 people in the chat, and you should have seen that chat roll. It was just freaking. It was rolling faster than the freaking national debt. Was
that Fourth Impact?
No, they normally get about 300 to 500 people. It was something to do about Marvel. They were debating Marvel comics and their direction they're going.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this ought to be interesting. And I'm just watching this chat. I couldn't even read it fast enough. And it was on slow mode.
Oh wow!
Like it was just like rolling like the national debt, and I was like, oh my god. There's no way those people that were in the panel could have kept up with that chat. Absolutely not.
Do you still follow that channel?
No. I only went in because they were talking about Marvel that day.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, it'd be
I mean, could you? I mean, and I know that this would never happen, but if P pressed the go live button on her channel, she'd probably get, I'd say, probably
900
1,000.
people.
Yeah, just automatic
Oh yeah.
because it's
But the thing
P.
about it is she is a perfectionist. She likes to make sure that things are the way she wants them to be when she puts the content out. So this
Mm-hmm.
way here, it'll stand the test of time, just like all the rest of her videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally respect her for not going live because
Oh yeah.
it's not in her forte.
Nope.
She doesn't like being put on the spot. She doesn't like not being able to edit bloopers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and being a comedian myself, being comically minded myself, like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing too many live streams myself, but I just do them anyways. I say screw it.
Mm-hmm.
What I say is what I say. That's how I feel.
Well,
And that's the person you're going to get is me, honestly, because I got no filter.
well, yeah.
Whatever's happening up here comes directly out that gaping hole in my face.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, see, and this is the thing. I think people, just like I was saying earlier, people love to play the race card,
Oh,
and they do it not realizing that really, look, I don't think we really know what racism is today. The people in the 60s, they knew.
they knew it.
They knew what racism was.
Yeah.
I think that word is thrown around so much today, it's lost its meaning.
Yep, it has. Just like woke.
Yeah.
Okay? The woke culture.
Yeah.
I did some research on the woke culture and found out that woke actually meant waking up and realizing that you had rights
Mm-hmm.
and liberties that you didn't already know you had. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So these are people that are waking up and realizing, hey, I do have the right to drive. I do have the right to go find work. I do have the right to vote. I do have the right to, get married to the person that I want to get married to. And then all of a sudden, you have these off branches that call themselves the same thing, but they twist the narrative of it.
Yeah, they don't really understand
Exactly.
what,
And
you
then
know.
they're still going with most of the core beliefs of the original sediment, but they're twisting it and perverting it into something that
Exactly.
is just totally it's totally unrecognizable anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the whole woke, Hollywood going woke.
Mm-hmm.
That's really not woke. That's Hollywood going like stupid, really. Like,
Well,
to
and when
remake
it's
a classic, a beloved classic,
mm,
and remake it into something that it had that absolutely had nothing to do with it. They should have just like that. I'm gonna go with the Little Mermaid. Okay,
mhm.
they what they should have done with the Little Mermaid movie that they just brought out. They could have still named it, a Little Mermaid, not the Little Mermaid. If they would have named it a Little Mermaid and then changed the name of the characters, I think it would have been a great movie. But being that you're hammered with all this woke bullshit, it just destroyed the quality of the entertainment.
Yeah.
So, like when it comes down to it, if you're gonna go, like freaking, we're gonna show everybody that we're so diverse that, nobody could be any more diverse than we are.
Oh,
And that's basically the direction that Hollywood's going is,
oh
we're going to
yeah.
make sure that everybody knows that nobody can be more diverse than us. They're destroying their own freaking
But now you've got these movies coming out like The Sound of Freedom. That's like you have certain movies that are coming out like that, and people are going to watch it.
Yeah, because it has woke culture in it. You're
Not
gonna
the
have
sa-
the woke. You're gonna have the woke people going
Not-
like flocking to it.
Not the Sound of Freedom.
Oh no!
Nope. not the Sound of Freedom. It's like a lot of conservative people are saying, "Hey, go watch this movie,"
Okay.
and it's pissing the wokes off because
Take a look at what most of the woke culture has done. Okay, like the woke culture's tried to get people to not go to the Joker movie, and what did they do? They went on all their social media platforms and they said, "Oh, don't go in. You shouldn't be going to see the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix because if you do, you're going to come back and you're going to become a serial killer." That's what a friend of mine told me, and I actually looked at the article and I was like, "This is stupidity." The social justice weirdos have really freaking gone off the freaking cliff with this one because, and right away as soon as he told me that, I was like, "Seriously, that's what they're saying?" And I read it and I was like, "These people are dumb." I watched the movie Noah with Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
And after I got done watching that, I was like, yeah, that's a pretty cool adaptation of that, story. But I had absolutely no inclination, desire, or want or need to get my family together, cut down a whole shitload of trees, and build myself a boat big enough to bring two animals from every class, like 2 kinds of every animal, to come take a fucking boat ride with me for 40 days and 40 nights. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got my own
there's even
about that story in itself, but
there's even school districts that have banned the Bible in their library. Just banned it because it's too violent. But yet you're gonna let people read books about the civil rights movement. There was some violent stuff that happened there.
Probably the most violent era was around the Civil War. Well, actually, not really. It'd be around the Crusades, because Crusades was freaking.
Oh yeah.
That was the cruelest. I think one of the cruelest times in our history.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Or could you just imagine being laid out on the rack and them and they stretch your arms and legs? That was torture.
Yeah. Now they call it chiropractic.
or they take you and put you on the Iron Maiden.
Oh.
Like, I went to see pardon me. I went to see a pirate ship when I was a kid. Well, it wasn't a pirate ship, but it was a ship, and it was Sir Francis Drake.
Okay.
And they told us that if you did something stupid back then, this is like the 1600s.
Yep.
If you did something stupid on a ship, they made you walk the plank.
Yeah. And keep walking until you ran out of plank, and then take 3 more steps.
What was that?
So they make you walk the plank all the way to the end, and then tell you take 3 more steps.
Yep.
Yeah, that was, as cruel as humans were back in those days.
The
punishments kept people in check.
Yep.
Nowadays, if you break the law, you go and you get fed 3 times a day. You get a room with, possibly another caretaker of the place. And maybe at night you get all the free sex you want or can give.
Yeah.
But you get, in the community rooms, you get free TV with cable, and it's not freaking prison anymore. It's not a punishment. It's Club Med.
Hell,
back in the day, they used to have to they had the chain gang. That was a great thing. I think that was a great thing, because if you did something wrong, you had to go to work.
Yep.
Work it off. And sure, you'd see people freaking honking their horns and laughing at the people that were incarcerated, having
Mm-hmm.
to dig these ditches or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the country made the country.
Well, and back in the day, if you killed somebody back in the
They kill
20s
you
and
back.
in the 20s and 30s, or well, especially in the 1800s, that you see in these westerns, in these western movies, they would put you on a gallows in front of everybody and hang you.
Yep. Public executions.
Yep.
It's too bad they're gone.
Well, yeah, because maybe if somebody got publicly executed for killing a child or for raping a kid, that would be a deterrent. Oh man, I better not do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
That doesn't
that's
look fun.
yeah. What do you think they do in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, stone you.
They stone you if you commit
Publicly
adultery.
stone you
Yep.
until you're dead.
Yep.
Like,
And if you take drugs in Saudi Arabia or you're trying to sell drugs, they chop your head off.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good deterrent.
Oh yeah.
You get caught breaking the law, this is what happens to you.
Mm-hmm.
You get caught breaking the law in North America,
Mm-hmm.
they take you and put you in this cage with these other people that have broken the law, so you can get together and basically discuss on how better to do your breaking the law business.
Yeah.
So you don't get brought back here again. And then oh that didn't work, so Bob's back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, seriously, let's
Well,
get back
see,
to the capital punishment.
that's the problem. That's the problem. And you have
Everywhere else on the planet is trying to get rid of the death penalty,
mm-hmm.
and Texas has got an express lane.
Oh yeah.
If you kill somebody and more than 3 people saw you do what you did, you don't sit on death row for 25 years.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you go right to the front of the line and they get rid of you now.
That's why I like Texas. I think Florida's going to become that way too, if our governor has something to say about it. But I mean,
the punishments were in place
mm-hmm.
to keep people in check. The population was smaller, but it kept people from, hey, you do this is going to happen. It gave you action and consequence.
Yep.
Something that we don't have anything anymore because parents aren't even allowed to discipline their children.
They can't.
Now, I agree with some of it, because some parents were going too far and smacking the shit out of their kid for the stupidest little thing.
Yeah.
But couple of hands on the ass, whack whack, just because you did something really dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that reminds you, hey, I got to keep that in mind. That action got that result. I don't want that result anymore, so I don't do that action. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Well, yeah, and that's just the way it is. I mean, if you do something stupid, then you deserve to get your ass beat.
Yeah, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Exactly the way it goes,
Yep, and that's the way it should be.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And like I would do I would expect the same thing if I freaking did something, if I went and killed somebody. Yeah, apparently I don't belong on this planet. Take me out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a one-way street. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh my God. We got to be more loving and caring for these people.
Well, what time is it? Do you have the?
It is 5:30.
Okay. Well, it's time for me to get off here for now. I think it's almost time to have dinner, but I want to
Strap
thank
on the old feedback, huh?
I want to thank you for everyone coming. And I just got a notification my battery's about to run out, so I'm going to have to end this anyway. But thank y'all for coming, and I may do a stream tomorrow morning. It just depends. So
Yeah, I gotta go to my parents' place tomorrow.
yeah,
morning.
if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for all notifications.